didn't get it and I knew you got it, I was getting it from you.
You a mom and everything, you still fly. It's so dope that we have an app now to actually trade sneakers.
We're trying to bring that old school feeling back. Community, but also kicks.
C&K Daily, y'all out here. What would you say is a sneaker every woman should have in their collection?
You stole mine, so thanks.
Oh.
I got a little surprise for Cassidy and Channing.
Oh my God, that's so sweet.
Welcome to Sneaker Fiends, a dope new series about all things kicks and a love letter to the women who rock them. I'm Kia, also known as Notorious KIA, and in this show, we'll be highlighting the queens of the culture, from trendsetters to trend breakers, to divas, to trailblazers, to bosses and designers, and of course, checking out their collection. So kick back, relax in your flyest pair, and let's get it poppin'. For this episode, we wanted to show some love to a city that's often slept on when it comes to sneaker culture, and that is Houston, baby. And I have a very, very, very special guest that I want to introduce you guys to, and that is my cousin, Mallorie. She resides here in Houston, and she has been such an influential figure when it comes to me and my love for sneakers. So thank you, Mallorie, for joining us today. It's so good to see you.
Always.
When I think about the culture of sneakers, as far as for me, I think our early memories together when it came to sneakers was such a pivotal moment for me. You know, remember we used to go through the East Bay magazine and circle.
Sunday. That was it. Like, that was what we was doing, looking at them. If I didn't get it and I knew you got it, I was getting it from you.
Fact, because we did wear the same size. Exactly. We probably still do now. Let's do a little kick check.
Okay.
Because I see you still rock the sneakers.
I'm
you a mom and everything, you still fly.
I'm trying to, I got on some Diodora, Maverick Diodora.
Yes, classic. Not many people know about the Diodoras.
No.
I remember when you gave me the Allen Iverson question, Lowe's, Baby Blue. Oh my God. That meant the most to me because I wore them sneakers.
Ow. You did, and I want them back. I want them back.
I want them back too.
I want them back.
I don't know where
she
they
did.
went.
Yeah, she wore them out.
No, but thank you so much for just like, you know, that was a moment for me. Like you giving me or let me borrow your sneaker.
Right.
That was like moments that I take myself back to. I'm just like, yo, that was,
the humbling.
That was iconic. Yeah, humble life for sure, for sure. What's your all-time favorite pair?
I'm gonna go with the bunny rabbits, especially the Ace. Yeah. The crisscross, I think the color scheme for me was just classic, and I think that's probably one of my favorite pairs, yeah.
That was such a warm welcome to Houston, much, much needed. Next up, we're headed to Cassidy Edwards, one of the editors of C&K Daily, AKA Chicks and Kicks, one of the biggest blogs out here covering women in sneakers. Let's go see what she got.
Cassidy Edwards from 3rd Ward, Houston, Texas, AKA the Cool Mom. And I am the managing editor at C&K Daily, the director of operations at Tradeblock, and my favorite shoe currently is the New Balance 2002 R Salehi collaboration, Water Be the Guide. I'm a water sign and I love the colorway.
Tell us about your role at Tradeblock.
I mean, it's kind of still surreal that I'm working in sneakers because I've been loving them since free lunch. So grew up in 3rd Ward, Houston, Texas. Sneakers were the thing. Jordans reigned supreme. Still do, but like when you're in the culture and you're growing up in the south side of Houston, like it's not a trend, it's actually a lifestyle. It's what, you know, bang and screw music and all of those things created who I am. And so I want to make sure I take that individuality into any workspace that I'm in.
Who I was talking to before you was my cousin Mallorie, and we actually used to trade sneakers as like 10-year-old. Like, so we were like ahead of the game. Like, it's so dope that we have an app now to actually trade sneakers. It gives that like old school vibe.
Yeah, we're trying to bring that old school feeling back. You know, community, but also kicks.
What's that process like, that authentication process?
They come to our facility. We have a number of authenticators. It goes through a double authentication process where people are actually touching the shoes. looking at them, smelling them, making sure everything, taking the UV rays, like doing all the things that authenticators would normally do.
All right, Cassidy, I heard your partner in crime, Channing, is waiting on us.
My girl, yeah.
Let's go chop it up with her.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, what's up? My name is Channing Beumer. I'm the founder of C&K, and my favorite shoe of all time would have to be the Nike Cortez because it was the first shoe I ever got, and it's a classic.
C&K Daily, y'all out here. Cassidy, Channing. Oh, it's such an honor to be amongst you guys. You are pioneers. You are shaking the industry up.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate you.
We're so humbled.
Yeah.
Me too. Let's start with a kick check,
Oh.
What are we wearing? So for me, I'm doing the Fear of God ones. I feel like this was such a, not slept on, but it was like a little exclusive. Like not everybody can really get their hands on this. And I feel like a lot of women don't really wear these. I think they might be a little afraid because it's more masculine. So I try to show that you can, mix your sneakers up, make it feminine and give high fashion, different things.
Shout out to Jerry.
Yes, shout out to him.
Facts.
So I have a more recent release. It's the Air Jordan 1 denim, AKA Around the Way Girl. A nice nod to our beauty supply and
Yes.
and just to the women who make this culture what it is, for sure.
I am rocking the Air Jordan 1 Blue Chill women's exclusive. I chose these because it's a women's release, but also different colors, that we can rock. We can rock all colors.
What would you say is a sneaker every woman should have in their collection?
If I'm starting from scratch, a white Air Force One is kind of just a classic. You can dress it up, you can dress it down, it's functional, it's versatile, and it's relatively, comfortable.
And accessible.
Yeah.
And affordable.
You stole mine, so thanks.
Oh.
I think, if we're going for something to have, a Jordan 1 is always something, and a shoe that's always been comfortable for me, for sure. So if you're looking for something to add to your closet, even though it might not be as accessible as it should be, a Jordan 1.
So these were Aleli May Shadow ones. Definitely love the storytelling. I love all the mixed materials she used, satin, corduroy, chenille.
So yeah, let's take it all the way back. Like, how did you guys even get into sneakers?
Mom took me to Foot Locker before first day of school and got me a pair of Cortez. And I was like, you couldn't tell me nothing. Like before people were walking not to crease their shoes, that was me. Like that was second grade Channing, like walking like a duck, trying not to crease my shoes.
Getting into sneakers for me, it started with skate culture. So like sixth grade, hung out with all the skateboarders, which in turn held hands with graffiti, B-boys, like all the breakdancing. And so I just loved it. I fell in love with art and all the colorful things. Couldn't really afford sneakers at the time, obviously, but Converse, Vans, Airwalks, like all the skateboard stuff, like those were relatively okay, like to buy. Most memorable pair is my Concord 11s, just because they've retroed a few times and I finally got my hands on them like the third try.
So what about you?
The Olympic 7s. I don't know what it was, but just slipping them on, I was like, oh, okay.
This feels good.
Because remember, I had never gotten Jordans as a kid. Like, that just wasn't the thing. I lived on Air Force Ones and Cortezes and K-Swiss and basically the staples of your $49.99 section, right? And when I got them, I was just like, oh, this is a thing. Like, this is a thing. And to this day, I still have that same pair.
So these are definitely very special. New Balance, Joe Fresh Goods, Inside Voices. I love this made for us. I think Joe Fresh, he's immaculate when it comes to the storytelling and the storytelling of Black people. So it's important, inside voices, conversations amongst us, like those are all elements that we relate with, especially in childhood. Outside voices, that was like a great one.
Outside voice inside.
So it takes me back to, and anything that takes you back and gives you that good feeling, like that's a connection.
Talk to us about how you got started.
I was actually running my own music site, and to be fair, I knew that it wasn't what I was supposed to be doing, to be fair. But sometimes the internet rushes you. And so I've always obviously loved sneakers, and I just started interviewing girls as a subset of that website. And I just found so much joy in it. You know, just so much joy in it. And then I Googled Chicks and Kicks. C&K is short for Chicks and Kicks, which some people don't know. We should probably put that out there. I Googled Chicks and Kicks, and all I saw were girls scantily clad in some J's. So I was like, okay, well, I see a need. I don't see myself here in this landscape. And it's like, okay, well, let's start it. I prayed. I was like, I can't continue to do this by myself. And got an email from this one. I was really just engaged with her. I thought she was just so phenomenal and fantastic. And I was just hopeful. You know what I mean? I was just hopeful that it would work.
Cassidy, talk to us more about the Power Forward initiative.
We create workshops and kind of classroom settings, but in sneaker spaces. We bring in our network of women who are true subject matter experts in whatever the teaching, you know, creative activism, mindfulness through music. So it's things that are relatable, and I feel like all kids love sneakers.
Yes.
So showing them representation in things that they can do.
Now, this is a male-dominated industry, and you guys at C&K are doing purposeful work. What is it like being a woman in this industry with having a huge platform like you guys have?
I think for us, you know, she and I were just talking about this the other day. It gets draining. It gets draining to kind of feel like you're constantly battling to be in the same rooms that other people are just freely invited into. But I think that's part of blazing a trail.
I feel like you have to have a level of grit and grace in this industry. And so for us, the vision is clarifying, like it's clarity, and clarity is confidence. So you just own that confidence.
I got a little surprise for Cassidy and Channing. This is what I just ordered. DoorDash has me covered. We had to give y'all flowers. We not gonna wait.
Literally.
I'm gonna do it early. I'm gonna be the first one to give y'all flowers. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for all the work that you do.
Thank you.
That purposeful work, I think that's what's missing in sneaker culture, and you guys are single-handedly doing it. Where can they find you?
Oh, yeah. Find us at C&K Daily on all of the platforms, cnkdaily.com, shopcnk.com, coming back soon. Keep your ears open, keep your eyes open. Again, shaking the table. Yeah. It's gonna be fun.
Now let's get into One Kick, 3 Fits, where I take one dope sneaker and show you how I style it 3 different ways. And that's a wrap for episode 4 of Sneaker Fiends. But I'm not done with HTOWN just yet. I got 2 more Sneaker Fiends I want to introduce y'all to, but you gotta stay tuned. Don't forget, we still have our giveaway going on for a pair of customized Air Force Ones. You want to post a pic of a sneaker that means the most to you, and of course, tell us why. Tag us at House of Sneaker Fiends, and we'll post the winner when it is announced. So until next time, this is Sneaker Fiends.
Common slate marker.
Mention authenticity. You know, that's a big thing right now. People are sniffing sneakers to see if they're real. Are we starting?
Remember?
Okay.
Okay.